We're in New York City. It is currently 4 a.m. and honestly, we might be running a little bit late right now. I hope I'm okay. Boarding is at 5:30. We made it, guys. We made it. Okay.
Bottle away, bottle.
Look who's awake now.
Mary Bottle.
We're in New York City. It's kind of gross, but I'm in the bathroom because I need to change and we're gonna get this day started. All right, y'all. First mission is to figure out how to get out of the airport. We put it in Google Maps, so like directly from the airport it tells us exactly which train.
Air train into train station.
First time on the air train.
On the bottom right, regular.
Trying Tim Hortons for the first time. I got a small vanilla latte. I'm gonna try that first. You know what it basically tastes like? Tastes like Dutch Bros. I give it a 8.5 out of 10. Now I got these Timbits. There's a glaze. They kind of been sitting there a minute. They're kind of stale. Chocolate. These are dry, guys.
Mine was moist.
You get like a 2. 3 out of 10 on that. That was it, the first time in the subway. That was so cool. Alright, first impressions that I want to give to New York is pretty crazy. For some reason it's making me really emotional. It's almost like when you meet your idol for the first time. I feel like really overwhelmed, like seeing everything in person. Like we're not even in the city yet in Manhattan, we're just like still in Queens area, and seeing everyone just walk around. This is lively and this is light. Kind of reminds me of how isolated, like I guess I've been. I like this social environment. It feels like I haven't been social in so long. It feels so homey being surrounded by people that are just like walking to school and walking to get their groceries at Bodega. So I'm loving it so far. We're gonna go eat this pizza place that Jacob hasn't had in over 20 years. Oh, let's go see if it's still good. You can only go up from here.
After Queens, we headed over to the hotel. We stayed at the Washington by Lux Urban in the lower Manhattan area, which was actually perfect because we had tickets to go to the One World Trade Center, so we just walked right over there to see the sunset. The One World Trade Center, previously known as the Freedom Tower, was definitely one of the highlights of my trip. It's 104 stories high, the tallest building in the United States, the Americas, and the Western Hemisphere. It was a little bit of a cloudy evening because of the colder season, but seeing it during sunset was so magical. You got a perfect 360 view and could see so many different monuments and the difference between the bureaus. But I would say twilight was the most magical time. Outside the Trade Center when we exited, there was also a 9/11 memorial where they had names of the deceased, and they also put out roses for each person on their birthday.
Happy birthday, Luis! Okay, I'm gonna give you a little update right now because I'm gonna need to be real with you. I was not in New York more than 5 hours before I had a complete mental breakdown and started crying earlier today. Basically, when we landed, I was not prepared to start my period. So this is gonna be a little bit TMI. I wasn't prepared to have started my period, and the TMI is pretty much there was like a blood seeping through the pants that I had brought, and as you guys know, I only brought like 2 pairs of pants, so yeah, it was just kind of a mess. We pretty much stayed and looked around Queens, but then it was still like another hour 20 to 30 minutes to get to our hotel, so there was just like this whole mess of like me running to different like stores and fast food places. First of all, trying to find a bathroom, and 2, trying to buy tampons and buy ibuprofen because I was having like mega bad cramps. Yeah, that did happen, so like unfortunately that put a little bit of wrench in the plan. Just to let you know that doing this recording every single day, I feel like I don't typically talk about things that go wrong, especially because this is my first day in New York, and you know, everything was supposed to go right and it was supposed to go according to plan, and it just kind of didn't. But I think that that's real life. I could do better at tracking my cycle to help next time around, so that I would have known to prepare like more ahead of time. So next, Italian pasta. That is like #1 on my list right after a pizza. So let's go and get some pasta. Currently at Italy. That's what I got. Got bolognese. Every time Jacob and I make pasta at home, we just call it bolognese, even though it's absolutely not bolognese. So I'm excited to have real bolognese.
A lobster.
Oh, lobster, right?
Half a lobster.
Next, we went to the Oculus, which is a modern transportation hub located at the One World Trade Center. There are multiple subway stops, and it's like a big shopping center. Jacob and I couldn't stop talking about how it looked like Ed and Yeager from Attack on Titan, the final season. Where shall we go? Where shall we go?
Walgreens, like a bougie Walgreens. And we saw these disposable cameras. We want to use this to get a lot of our firsts. Let's open it and take a photo right now.
Since the subway was right there, we decided to head over to Times Square for the first time. We thought visiting at nighttime would be the best time to go, and it's just such a fun walk from the subway getting to Times Square. We finally found the 99-cent pizza, and there was just so much good food, so much good shopping in this area, amazing desserts. And when we finally got to Times Square, I just could not believe it. I'd never seen anything like it in my life. This is where we finally saw the most amount of people at once. There were performers and musicians and photographers, so much art and beauty to consume.
Y'all, we are in Times Square. I feel one with New York City. Look at this.
New York City.
New York.
Attention everyone. From Saturday, November
vlog. Thanks so much for sticking with me on day 1 of New York. Stay tuned for tomorrow's vlogmas video to see day 2 in New York, final day before I head home. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.